We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Biden deteriorates behind closed doors. War heats up in the Middle East. A potential cancer treatment, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Despite claims by the White House that President Biden is a dynamo behind closed doors, Biden has shown signs of poor cognitive performance in private meetings with congressional lawmakers as his age and mental acuity continue to come into question ahead of November's presidential election. Biden, 81, is the oldest person to hold the presidency and has faced skepticism from voters and lawmakers about his ability to do his job. Many interviewees said the president showed his age in private meetings, according to the Wall Street Journal, which spoke with 45 lawmakers and administration officials about the president's mental performance. Bipartisan individuals said the president showed his age in several exchanges. When meeting with congressional leaders in January to negotiate a deal to send additional funding to Ukraine, Biden spoke so softly at times that some people struggled to hear him. 5 people familiar with the meeting told the Wall Street Journal. The president read from notes to make obvious points, paused for extended periods of time, and even closed his eyes for so long that some people in the meeting wondered if he had tuned out. Israel and Hezbollah are moving closer to a full-scale war after months of escalating hostilities with the Lebanese militant group, adding pressure on Israel's government to secure its northern border. Hezbollah, a U.S.-designated terrorist organization closely aligned with Iran, opened a battlefront with Israel on October 8th, a day after the deadly Hamas-led raid inside Israel sparked the current war in Gaza. Hezbollah says that its attacks are in support of the Palestinians and that it won't stop until Israel ceases its war in Gaza. Reluctant to open a second front, Israel initially responded to Hezbollah with tit-for-tat attacks, trying to calibrate its actions to avoid sparking a full-scale war. But in recent weeks, both sides say there has been a sharp rise in hostilities. Hezbollah has increased its drone and rocket attacks, hitting important Israeli military installations. Israel, too, has stepped up attacks, targeting Hezbollah sites deep into southern Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, as well as senior military officials in the group. The world's first personalized mRNA cancer vaccine for melanoma halves the risk of patients dying or the disease returning, according to trial results that doctors described as extremely impressive. Melanoma affects more than 150,000 people a year globally, according to 2020 figures from the World Cancer Research Fund International. Patients who received the vaccine after having a stage 3 or 4 melanoma removed had a 49% lower risk of dying or the disease recurring after 3 years, according to data presented at the world's largest cancer conference. The NHS in the UK is among the organizations testing the vaccine. Private job creation slowed more than expected in May, according to a report Wednesday from ADP that signals further sluggishness in the labor market. The payroll processing firm said that companies added 152,000 jobs on the month, fewer than the downwardly revised 188,000 in April, and below the Dow Jones consensus estimate for 175,000 jobs. This was the lowest monthly level since February. Along with the slowdown in job creation, annual pay growth gains held at a 5% rate, where it has been for 3 months running. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.